Good morning, friends. Welcome to Journey Home Meditation's Morning Sit. I'm Michael. I'm going to be guiding us through our practice this morning. It's been a little while since I was able to be here. I'm doing a lot of traveling and tending to a lot of relationships and aspects in my life. And I feel good about being back today. I have missed this shared practice. And so we're going to do a little breathing together today. We're going to sit through a moment of contemplation, possibly. I'm not sure yet. And we're going to get right back into Bell Hook's Appalachian Elegy because the Bell Hook's magic is very real here at Journey Home Meditation. We are discovering how relevant her work really is each day. So all that is to say, thank you for being here this morning, and I am happy to be here today. So let's have a few mindful breaths. Just create some space to listen deeply. So finding our place in our bodies is sometimes difficult. For many of us, our bodies are repositories of pain, rejection, self-hatred, um, feelings of worthlessness, all of these things. We have utilized our body to store those beliefs for ourselves. So the concept of even coming into our bodies sounds a bit terrifying, if not just daunting, at the least. But I'm finding more and more in my life and in my practice how rich and deep the experience of being in my body can truly be, even with that pain. And I spent so many years of my life running like hell to get out of my body and to get out of pain, creating really unhealthy dynamics in my relationships to the world because of my extremely unhealthy belief about myself. And I lost a lot of relationships. I lost a lot of opportunities, and I lost a lot of time in that pursuit of dissociation from my body, or that pursuit of safety, really. Let's call it what it really is. Because I don't believe that my motivations were nefarious. Just because the behaviors that I learned to meet those motivations and to turn those expectations into realities, those behaviors that did that were not beneficial in some ways. Doesn't mean that my motivation wasn't love. It's just I didn't have a vocabulary for that. And I didn't have any modeling in my life for how to have a healthy relationship with love. And so I spent a lot of time storing pain in my body and building a belief that was not true, not fully true, at least. There's truth in it. There's truth in my beliefs of um, how dangerous the world can be. There's truths in my belief of how terrifying the world can be. There's truth in my belief um, that I'm going to be harmed or hurt over and over and over again. There's truth there for sure. But where there wasn't truth was that that's okay. I never had a modeling for the truth that it is okay that you will feel pain. It is okay that you will feel hurt. It is okay that you will have feelings of abandonment and betrayal and low self worth. It's okay that you will have those feelings. They will come up for all of us. And it's okay to have those feelings because you have so much space in who you truly are. There's so much space in who you truly are in this body, in this being, in this moment, in this time, in this constellation of masses of fat and blood and bones that are all around us. It's okay that you are in that space and feeling feelings of discomfort. It certainly doesn't have to be the thing that removes you from your body. And the breath, for me, in my practice, has been honestly the one way that I have been able to form a relationship of love and kindness and patience with my own being. I feel safe bringing my breath into my body and bringing my attention to that breath and bringing my love to that attention and bringing my devotion to that love and bringing my sincerity to that devotion. So I sincerely devote myself to the love of paying attention to the breath in my body. And if I can do that just for a few breaths in the morning, a few breaths in the day, whenever I feel it, then I'll be all right. I'll be all right. Then I can be in my body a little bit more each day. And when the uncomfortable things come up, then I'm holding that space and they're okay. I don't have to formulate beliefs about the dangerous world. I don't have to feed those beliefs. There's plenty of fodder for our division. There's plenty of fodder for our self punishment. There's plenty of things in this world that will help you to feel absolutely worthless. You don't need to acquire them. You don't need to defend them. And you certainly don't need to believe them. The trick is in accepting that they are there and loving even that. I love that I am insecure some days because under that insecurity is this yearning to love myself. That voice of saying, what if you're not lovable right now, is the question that's being asked for me to show up and say, but you are. What if I'm not being held right now, but you are? What if I'm not making the right choices moving forward, but you are? This world is made for your love. That's it. It's full of the pains, and it's full of the reasons to try to leave. But those are all just there to remind us we are here to love. So we get all this love sometimes in our life, and we can store that in this body as well. The body is not just a repository of pain, it's a repository of love. And we can put all of that love into our bodies. And then when we're in those places where we don't find it, we're in those darkened rooms and we can't find the switch to bring the light on, we can shine that love right out of our bodies onto it. We can find that love within ourselves. That's what it's for. So let's allow the breath to bring us into healthy relation with our body, with our emotions, with our entire being that includes everything we've ever known, everything we ever will know. It's all in this moment, in this breath, and you can love this. Breathing in through the nose to the bottom of the belly. What are you feeling in your body? What is the name for this particular mix of emotions and feelings and fears and loves? What is that called right now? You know, I've got a broken heart right now. My heart is broken. But I feel courage because that brokenness is my openness. So I'm heart opened, not heartbroken. It's broken open. And there's courage there to be with this broken heart and to hold the pieces in my hands and to love this brokenness. Because this brokenness means an honest love. And that there's no room for doubt. And doubt is a killer. Doubt and regrets and shame and guilt and all of these things that we carry in ourselves as ways to invalidate our own experiences. Let them go. Hold your broken heart in your hands and marvel at the ways in which you've loved. Count them like the petals and foils that have fallen from the flower. Just hold them and count them and love them. Because that is who you are. That's what you are made of. And that's it. That's the contemplation. Nothing grows from a place of closing. Nothing grows from hardness. Nothing grows from defense. It's only when we can feel safe and lower our defenses, settle ourselves into our body, can we actually begin to absorb the love from one another, begin to understand and feel and transmute all of that love, the way that the plant photosynthesizes light into food. It doesn't turn light into food. We say that, but light is the food. Light is the food. Awareness is what's feeding us. So even this pain that's coming in, it's riding on that wave of love. And love is the food for us. Love is the light that we transmute in our bodies. I don't see any other way about it. It just doesn't work otherwise. So I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be in this body. I'm happy to be in this heart. I am grateful. And I want to get to some Appalachian elegy. But let's take a couple breaths together before we move on. Breathing in and breathing out. Straightening the spine, letting the shoulders hang off of the spine, just relaxed. Shoulder blades together just slightly in the back to open the heart and the chest. Palms upward, chin level to the ground. Breathing into the bottom of the belly. Breathing in. Opening, opening, opening. Breathing in. Why not be in love? This is Bell Hook's Appalachian Elegy. It's a book. Her subtitle is Poetry and Place, and this is a book of 66, I believe, 66 parts. It's a long love letter, a long love poem to the place where Bell Hooks is from. And we're on number 11 today. No crops grow when dense clay dirt, packed solid, defies all man-made intent to destroy. Let a blessing come here. Let earth heal and rejoice. She has here, mother of grace and constancy. Wild roses bloom. Scatter these hills with beauty that does not linger, offering still the promise of healing and return. I want to read this one all the way from the beginning again because I want to feel the flow of the words in my own body. No crops grow when dense clay dirt, packed solid, defies all man-made intent to destroy. Let a blessing come here. Let earth heal and rejoice. She has here, Mother of grace and constancy, wild roses bloom, scatter these hills with beauty, and does not linger, offering still the promise of healing and return. Let a blessing come here. Let earth heal and rejoice. You know, I just listened to a poem by a person on Instagram who uses the title Scar Poetry. And they had a poem about we are not just here to heal. It is not just about healing. It's also about feeling deeply and loving and enjoying and risking, you know. And it got me thinking about that. About if the earth were only made for healing, we would have no Grand Canyon. That tear in the surface of the earth would have been patched over, filled in. You know, if the earth were only about healing, we would have no volcanic eruptions that completely change whatever landscape they come from. This eruption of passion and force. It's unreconcilable, the changes that are made. You will never not have that volcanic eruption in that place. You'll always know it was there. And that's what it feels like some days, that we need to have these moments that are disruptive, that disrupt our stories and our flows and our plateauing. And maybe while it's not about healing, that is the healing. Maybe that's where the coming back together and wholeness is in allowing ourselves to risk. And I'm glad I did. I'm glad I took risk. And even sitting here in this heartbreak, this opening is worth every bit. So the bell hook's magic is still real. No crops grow when dense clay dirt packed solid defies all man-made intent. Wild roses bloom, scatter these hills with beauty that does not linger. It does not linger, doesn't stick around. You know, that's all right. It's going to be back. It's going to be back. Okay. Short sit today. Thank you all for being here. I don't really know what else to say. Hariom.